All right, investors, I've got a great little property today for you on Blossom Lane. So Blossom is a garden-style home, so very low maintenance on the yards. This one has a one-car garage, which is definitely desirable. The one-car garage is very attractive to a lot of the clientele I have renting here, which is single moms. So you have a single mom with a couple of kids maybe. All bedrooms are upstairs. This is a much better alternative than an apartment. So, you know, it's a dream for you, maybe a single mom, to get her kids out of that apartment into a single family home with a one-car garage. She can pull in, offload the groceries in the rain. It also acts as good storage. So, you know, in an apartment or a house without a garage, you just don't have much storage. So this little property is a mostly brick house. It's been fully renovated. Before we get into that, let me tell you about our big event coming up May 17th and 18th. For the third year in a row, I'm hosting a tour where I'll bring investors in from all over. We'll have a great day of education, a short day of education. Then we'll head down to the Mississippi River where they have a big festival. It's the International Barbecue Cooking Contest. They bring teams in from all over the world that compete for ribs and different types of barbecue. It's a really cool event. The Food Network is there. So don't miss that. The second day we go looking at properties, we'll see neighborhoods we invest in and neighborhoods we stay away from. All right, so going to our map, which is always where we start, so we can geographically see where this property is located. Take it micro to macro. Downtown, anchored by St. Jude, is to the left of the screen. FedEx is down here at the airport, the largest air cargo hub in the Northern Hemisphere. Due east of there is the FedEx corporate headquarters. And right in the middle is Hickory Hill. So remember the map video. In Hickory Hill, the further east and south you go, the more the neighborhoods upgrade. You know, homes are newer, there's more parking available, and they're more attractive to qualified tenants. The further east, the further south you go. This one's right in the middle of the Hickory Hill area. And look at the comparable sales in the area. So all of the comps that I pulled up on this map happen to be turnkey properties, single family homes that are not attached, or garden style homes like our home that we're looking at today on Blossom. But look at the prices: 124, 139, 129, 106. And we're coming in at $85,000. So we're surrounded by larger single family homes, more traditional style houses, maybe some would say. Some of these homes are older. So Blossom's not a very old house. And the cash flow on this property is superb, $212 a month. So we'll get into what that means in a little bit for anybody watching that doesn't know cash flow, that term. Great looking kitchen. This is how you're going to attract that tenant that's going to stay long term and take better care of your property, is by putting in some style and flair, along with smelling nice, a functional home that's a safe place to raise a family. It's pretty simple. So this is an 11.87% cash on cash return. Wow, so nearly a 12% cash on cash return, and I'll explain how we get there in just a little bit. So an open floor plan from the kitchen to the breakfast area, and you see we have the luxury vinyl plank floors in those two areas. Great looking, clean and functional bathroom. So nothing fancy here, just clean and safe place to raise a family. As you come in the front door, you have the stairwell that goes up to the bedrooms, and entertaining or living on the first floor. This is very functional for a lot of the renters, because upstairs, if you didn't make the beds, okay, you know, the guests come in and you have them downstairs, and you have to be really family or really close to go upstairs. So a lot of my renters love this floor plan. It's got a nice little backyard. So it's not a huge football field of a backyard, but it's big enough for the kids to get in the back, play around, maybe a playground set. You're not going to find that in an apartment, which is about the same rent as this little single family home. So cute little house, instant cash flow. What does that mean? So there's already a renter in there paying rent. Yeah. So it's been purchased, it's been renovated, it is now tenanted, and now I'm offering it to my investors. Pretty much handing this to you on a silver platter, setting our property management team up for success by buying in a good area, doing a full renovation, and delivering a tenant a great property. All right, so let's get into the cash on cash return and cash flow. So to break this down, you take your monthly income of almost $900 a month, $899 is what this property is rented for. You subtract your expenses. So in the bottom right-hand side, vacancy, some people would argue that's not an expense, but it is. Over a 10-year period of time, you're going to have people move in and move out of this property. So we account for a vacancy from the collected rent. Even though it's not coming out of your pocket, it is an expense. Insurance, so I have a group rate available for you guys. If you're buying a property through us, using our property management team, you're able to get this group rate with great coverage, lower premiums, lower fees. Principal and interest is what you're paying the bank. Repairs, even though this property has been brought to 2019 standards, you will have repairs in the future. So we're going to set aside about $45 a month for those future repairs. Management, our management team is going to keep 8% of the collected rent as their fee to manage the property for you. And then property taxes, of course, Uncle Sam's going to get his money. When you take the monthly income and subtract those items, you're left with your net operating income. So net operating income monthly times 12 gives us our annual NOI, net operating income. So $7,400 a year. If we divide that smaller number into the larger number, cash needed to purchase, so that's down payment and closing cost. In this case, $21,500. That gives us 11.87% cash on cash return, and that's how you calculate cash on cash return. So the monthly cash flow was simply gross rent minus expenses, cash flow. Cash on cash return, net operating income annually divided into total cash needed to purchase this house. It's a great way to gauge an investment. Another little one that you guys ask about a lot is rent to value ratio. So the rent versus the purchase price. That 1% rule is coveted. So in this case, $850 a month would be totally awesome. But in this case, we've exceeded that, $899 a month. And this is a great little property that we'll sell today after this video goes out. So from the website, you can click on the picture of any of the houses you're interested in. That's going to open the diligence vault. The diligence vault will have photographs. It'll have pro forma. It'll have comparable sales, tax information, everything an informed investor would need to say, you know what, this house is interesting to me. Let's schedule a call with James, or let's go ahead and buy it, because this is exactly what I've been looking for. Once you've defined your ideal investment with me, and I'd love to walk through that with any of you guys, and the property becomes available, it's as easy as clicking the button that says order now, fill out a survey, and we reserve the property for you while we take care of the paperwork and you send in your earnest money. However, a lot of you guys might find a property and you have some interest and you want to talk it through with me. Please just click on this button that says talk to an advisor. That'll open up my calendar, and from there you'll be able to pick the time and date that's most convenient for you. You'll have my undivided attention because it's on the calendar, and we will walk you through each property one by one, or just talk about your goals and how I might be a catalyst to help you get there. So back to the big May event. This is our annual live event here in Memphis, Tennessee. We've got a great venue at the hotel, the DoubleTree Hotel in East Memphis, right here on Poplar Avenue. We're going to go down and we're going to have a great time at Barbecue Festival. That is a good time for you to hang out with other like-minded investors and hear from people walking in your shoes, or the shoes that you want to be in one day. You know, what they've done that is working and what's not working, or what didn't work for them in the past. That's one of the most powerful parts about this whole convention is, you know, being around other people that are doing what you're wanting to do or you're already doing, and having that camaraderie and education from each other. So just click on the button that says register. This is a completely free event. You won't be asked to buy a book or sign up for a course while you're here. You won't be asked to buy a property while you're here. You're my guest once a year to come out, meet the team, see some properties, have a lot of fun down here at Barbecue Festival. Of course, we will board a tour bus and go looking at properties while you're here. We'll see brand new construction built as rentals. We'll see homes under renovation, and we'll see homes completely finished. When you leave here, you will know everything you need to know about Memphis to say, you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to invest in Memphis, or Some of you might say this isn't for me, and that's good. But just coming here, now you've done the due diligence to be able to go home and tell your friends and family, I went and checked it out. These guys are for real. The team in place is there set up for me to succeed. All right, so going into a little bit of James and what makes James tick. So I love Robert Allen, and here he is saying, everything you want is just outside of your comfort zone. So what's outside of your comfort zone? Do you have a plan of having 100,000 or more in passive income in a when you retire through owning rental properties? That's a little bit out of most people's comfort zone. But wouldn't that be a great picture to paint for your family? I'm releasing all the brakes by letting go of the limiting beliefs and focusing on certainty of my success. So what are limiting beliefs? Limiting beliefs are things that you've inherited through what your parents told you as a child, or things you've picked up by usually the 5 people you're around the most. You become those 5 people you are around the most, and love them to death. Some of them are family. Some of them are married to you. Luckily, I've got the biggest cheerleader in the world married to me, so I'm really married out of my league there. But usually those 5 people put these limiting beliefs on you. You've got to break through those limiting beliefs and know that this is doable for you. Will there be ups and downs if you invest in real estate? Absolutely. Can you mitigate some of that risk by having the team in place that has your best interest in mind and would rather steer you in the right direction than sell you a house? Make sure you're aligned with people like that. Make sure you're aligned with a legal team, a property management team, a lender who has your best interest in mind. So let me drop a little seed for you right here. I've got a lender right now offering 5.25% interest rates fixed for 30 years. That's going away soon. I can't believe that we're not over 6% interest today, and some lenders are. So if you're getting close to making your first purchase, but you've been a little weary about some fees and interest rates, please reach out to me. I've got a lender I want to introduce you to. If you're thinking, you know what, coming to Memphis, giving up a weekend of my family time, I get it, guys. That's a lot to give up. Is a little bit out of my comfort zone. Book the trip right now. Be able to tell your children one day, this all started with a trip to Memphis. Went and met this guy named James and his team, met the lenders, met the property management company, and then we grew something that was bigger than we ever thought we could grow. And then daily affirmations that fill your subconscious mind with positive thoughts and images. Daily, you're going to get kicked down as you step out and do something large like this, as you become obsessed with this new venture of real estate, of growing generational wealth, replacing your income and saving on taxes. That's a lot of the reasons you guys are investing. People are going to come out of the woodworks, mockers and naysayers who say, oh, I had an uncle that did that and it didn't work out for him. Or be careful, real estate's risky. You should put your money in the stock market, like all of us safe people, right? Just know that they're going to come out of the woodworks as you do anything big in your life. It happens to me all the time. So guys, I just want to say thank you. I am extremely humbled that you would invest with me in Memphis. My team is here to serve. I want to be a catalyst to help you achieve your investment goals. And if there's anything I can do for you, please reach out to me. Register